some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Indiana's offense will take the field first. Scanning the field, it's Flood. Here's a heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Line getting set on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. Nice move to keep running. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And they're able to get him down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Hayes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football.
He's got it inside the 15. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Badgers are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, the inside give.
Oh.
The run and the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to pass. It's Flood. Here's the pressure. Heaves it deep. Complete to the left. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs, and then hopefully move the football.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Down to the 36-yard line, and some nifty moves to try to make a big play on the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop. We got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
Leaves it with the back. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Badgers will punt this one away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll leave it with him. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Flood. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown,
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quarterback adapting. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the move. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for first downs.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find talent.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds us back in the middle. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Badgers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Badger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Neyland Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Georgia. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense, and here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He's going to take off. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. It's complete. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
Back to pass on second down. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That's caught. It's Hayes. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Look at the big fella roll. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Indiana. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Pulls it in. It's Hayes. At the 35, he's got room. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Right on the money. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Badgers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. The sneak scores it.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone when they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Got his man. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. 4th down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got to have confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Back to throw, it's Flood. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep.
Oh, he's got some space. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work. And the Badgers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Quick strike complete. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Hayes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Badgers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score.
Let's fucking go,
He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Well, he was just flat not going to be denied there.
And when you get in the red zone and the field shrinks, man, is it nice to have a guy that can lower his shoulder, break some tackles, and get in that end zone.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. LSU is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Tiger Stadium, a place Bear Bryant once said was like playing inside a drum. Maybe the best home field advantage in football. It's a touchdown game. A&M. Implications galore inside the SEC, and Wilson big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. And the Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the air. It's Flood. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game, and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is...
And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this. Catches it at the 30. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Badgers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Snagged out of the air. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
The Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
And the Badgers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give as they work on that clock. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. Grab near the sticks. It's Hayes. Give him 6. Touchdown, Badgers. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today, but opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Looking to pass. It's Flood. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Hoosiers! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. He leaves it with his back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat. To the air, it's Flood. Snagged in the middle, it's 5. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Grabbed over the middle, it's Barker. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. With the catch, it's Johnson. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this up.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Indiana! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because
a lot of space.
With it. Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
It's complete on the right side. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
Indiana, 28.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw, it's Flood. Bringing the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of